We are in the Nearshoring America show, and this time I'm talking to Bill. So I'm very excited about it because he's sharing more information about how nearshoring is growing up in Mexico, why we have this opportunity for manufacturers, and how to bring those products in Dallas. More specific, in this center. Bill, thank you very much for attend this conversation.
Well, sure.
And introduce your project. Tell me more about it.
Well, we were approached by some of our importers that are permanent tenants in Dallas that sell furniture, gift, and fashion products. And they said they were concerned about the issues confronting them with having all of their manufacturing in Asia, particularly in China, with some of the geopolitical issues going on and the unrest. And they said, would you, on our behalf, evaluate Latin American factories that could develop product on our behalf and give us an alternative to China? So it gave us an option to, basically focus on one thing, which was the factory side, knowing that the importer was already ready to come. So you don't have to worry about buyer delivery and sending out mailers to try to get them to come to market. They're already there. They want the factories to come in, set up, and show them what kind of capacity and capabilities they have. And so it's a very different kind of show in that respect.
Yeah, great. I'm pretty familiar with this. I'm going to tell you more about this story, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with a customer in Austin, Texas. It's growing, this golden triangle in Texas, right? Which is San Antonio, we have Dallas, and we have Houston.
Mm-hmm.
It's growing up, this economy, for different markets and different industries. So the idea with this is to bring products from China to Mexico, do some manufacturing, and eventually put it in a warehouse in Austin, Texas. But you know what? In the suppliers that we have in Mexico sometimes have different challenges, to face with infrastructure, could be with the knowledge or could be the expertise. Because normally we are compared with the Asian market and it's far different. So I would like to know more about your perspective, amigo.
Well, we managed the Shanghai Mart for almost 10 years. So we know the Chinese market. We know the factories.
Yes.
It is very different than Mexico and Latin America. The opportunity for Latin America is to basically be a direct, supplier, not have to go through a middleman, to qualified importers and wholesalers that have an established history. They're successful. They've been around for decades, so it's not like a new company.
Yes.
And so it's a great opportunity. And so what we have been able to do is to basically figure out a method to get the factories to fill out a survey, kind of a profile, so we can see what their capacities are, what their product capabilities are, and then hand that over to the importers so they can then get connected even before the expo.
That's pretty interesting because I think we can look at probably 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
when Asia or China, more specific, was growing up with this manufacturing about everything. And I think the American market invested a lot, right there to create this know-how for the business, right? So with the culture of the Mexicans, could be the same, could be, because you're investing right now on create this know-how with the manufacturers, right? Here is the possibility, to be part of the nearshoring. So that is a real opportunity that I see, because now it's a trend, right? To talk about reshoring and nearshoring.
Completely. But I think what's interesting also, if you look at Mexico specifically and parts of Latin America, the Chinese are coming in here and investing in factories.
Yeah.
They're not doing it because they want to do it. They're doing it because they want to protect their control of the market. And so if they establish factories in Latin America, then they end up controlling Latin America as well as China. And so I think the opportunity for a factory in Latin America to go direct to an importer in the U.S. and not have to go through an Asian partner
Yes.
is much more productive, and bottom line is going to be a better opportunity for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. No, I think I would like to know more about it.
Sure.
I think we can prepare a second conversation
Right.
in further steps, probably in December. To talk more about
That'd be
the
great.
expo, because I know
Perfect.
you're preparing this. But to close, amigo, what we're expecting for this year with this movement of nearshoring? We know that we're having elections in the U.S. We
Right.
just had elections in
Here
Mexico.
in Mexico.
What do you think about it? Just close.
Well, the election in Mexico was simple as compared to the election we're having in the U.S. The one we're having in the U.S. is very, very problematic, and it's complete polarization.
Yes.
And so it's going to be very interesting to see what the outcome is.
Yeah.
If you want to trade, Joe Biden for the new Mexican president, we can do that. But it's going to be an interesting election for the U.S. And I think what happens during an election year is people tend to kind of pump the brakes, slow down a bit, let the election happen, and then it's business as usual. So we're going to see a little bit of a slowdown over the next probably 3 months.
Yeah.
Until we get up close to November.
I'm with you. That is a trend.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Thank you very much.
All right. Nice meeting you.
Gracias.
Look forward to seeing you.
Gracias, amigo.